Hey guys, and we are live now. Whoops. Yes, we are live now with Faz Radio. We actually are live. I thought we weren't live. Today we have Timboslice here. He's the purported leader of the Mafia gaming group. I say purported because that's what I'm assuming. I didn't ask him. He might tell me different. And today we're going to talk about spider tanks and a new leaderboard system coming to the cryptoverse very soon. What's up, Mr. Timboslice?
Yo, yo, yo. Glad to be here, dude. Excited. It's been an exciting week.
And today we're going to talk.
Getting going finally on Spider Tanks. I'm happy to be on here.
Are you indeed the purported leader of the Mafia, Timboslice?
Yes, I am.
So
Some may call me the godfather of it.
so let's talk about what is the Mafia now.
Yeah. You know, hey,
Are you indeed?
we're more than just a guild. Like we are actually going to become an ecosystem. We're going to be a place to come and have fun in these games and in the metaverse. You know, we're building systems to input value into the games that we love. So we're going to talk later about the leaderboard and the things we're adding in, and we do a lot with eSports and these systems that add value into these games, because you know we've seen in a lot of these games that just having tokenomics in it is not going to do what we want long term, and is not sustainable, right? We need to create emotion around these games. We need to create an environment that adds value and is a social construct within these games if we want sustainable growth and a sustainable economy in them. So that's what we do. We're building in many games and bringing in people, and really we're just a place to come have fun. And we're more than that too. You know, you can join our esports team if you're good enough and come and compete in the things that we're going to have in our ecosystem, and really just hang out and get information.
So is this esports team, are we starting to look at like professional gaming going on here? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, 100%. So we have the leaderboard, but we have a big plan of creating the MEL, the Mafia Sports League. And we have, it's MAF, MAF. So we're the Mafia, but MAF is the gamer tag, or the clan tag of the Mafia. So we'll have the Mafia Sports League, and essentially we'll be set ourselves as the MLB type of thing, the NFL, MLB, NHL, that type of thing, a league, and we want to create that space for professional esports to come in, and we believe that Spider Tanks is a beautiful game built for that.
Yeah, that's just one of the games that you guys are going to get involved with, right?
Right. Yes. Well, and so this is my view of this whole of this whole universe. So I've come from a professional baseball background, and the things I've learned through baseball, it clicked for me, and I had the epiphany that every single game out there, chess, Connect Four, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, all of this stuff, it's all its own sport, right? Where people develop the skill and they come in and they can be the best at that. It's funny because I'm sitting there watching Twitch the other day, and they have Farming Simulator as they have a professional esports tournament going on for Farming Simulator, where two teams were battling in person at a LAN event for Farming Simulator. So the world is changing right now, and it's about to open up, and all these video games are technically their own sport. They're their own esport, each game. And so we want to, through the MEL, capture that and be able to provide value and a place to battle for every single game.
Well, what does that mean for existing games that are out there? do you think that every game is going to go this way, or maybe every game might just have a professional side to it, which will make the games more interesting?
I think it's totally how many people like that game, and if there's a demand for it. And what we're seeing is that every game seems to be going that way. We'll say every game that has mechanisms within it to compete with others, right? But like, hey, there's a massive Twitch event that's all about speed runs of individual single player games, where it's just about like Elden Ring has it. There's who can go beat Elden Ring the fastest. That's people compete for that, for money, for real money. So yes, I think on different scales, right? So like Fortnite or Call of Duty has these massive tournaments, like just in Rocket League, like just massive tournaments. But then Farming Simulator has a tiny tournament, but it's still there, right? And there's still something to be said, and there's still a bunch of people who watch that. So on every scale, you're going to start seeing these pop up. It's just like, you know, soccer versus baseball versus NFL. Like each one has its own population size that watches it.
Well, this makes me think that a lot of older games could actually have a resurgence
They are.
if this
They actually
leaderboard
are.
concept really kicks in. I mean, this is like a whole new Hollywood could pop up, honestly, because I could see some feedback between the games. So so you take an old game that's been kind of defunct for a while. There's a leaderboard with that kind of pops up around it, and eSports around, like you said, speed runs. And then all of a sudden I could see that spurring more development with the game, making it easier to interface with that, and so on.
100%. 100%. Yeah, that's. I mean, so we've talked about this a lot with the skill aspect, and we see this. And honestly, we've kind of been inching towards it, but with the leaderboard, to us, that's the fun game in our ecosystem everybody can play. Right? That is about playing it, having fun, and building that emotion for that game. Like, we want people playing Spider Tanks and participating in our leaderboard and having fun. And then we have the MEL on top of that, which that's where the real skill is.
So
And
this is called the Mafia's leaderboard, right?
yes, it's the mofleaderboard.io is
Okay,
where we're going to have these leaderboards.
because I'm getting a sense that for a leaderboard like this to take off, that you really need broadcasting of this kind of thing, not just having just a static leaderboard out there. But I'm envisioning like another ESPN with this stuff going on. It'd be like, okay, and the Mafia leaderboard says this, and we got somebody so high. Let's go look at that game. Let's go see why he did the way he did, so on.
Yeah, 100%. And so we have partnered with Even Wave and Meditated. They're very known in the Spider Tanks community. We've partnered with them with the Spider Tanks eSports show. And so exactly that. We'll be able to use that to grow the broadcasting of Spider Tanks, input value into that ecosystem, and then grow that more. Eventually we have the Mafia Sports show, and that's essentially the ESPN of the ecosystem.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how many different people and entities can partner with this, because once it gets going, I could see it being a national pastime of, I don't know, South Korea or something like that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. That's what we see too. We think it's possible. It's a grand endeavor. There's a lot that's going to go into it, and we're gonna make mistakes along the way, but we really think we can pull it off. It'll be fun.
All right. So the next thing I wanted to get into, that was hopefully a warm up. I was hoping to get into some opinions you might have about spider tanks, and then maybe after that talk about this EVIO stuff that you've been into. So Spider Tanks has just gone live recently, and now anybody can play this. But Spider Tanks is a crypto focused game. It's not something that you can play just on any computer by anyone. you actually have to go to Gala Games website and purchase an NFT, I think, or to purchase a plan in order to play this game, right?
No, no. We tested it within 7 minutes. You go in, make an account, log in,
Free.
and within 7 minutes you're playing and you're piloting a tank.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
it is completely open. You free to play tanks. You have to make a wallet to earn, but you don't even have to make a wallet to play. And you can just play free to play tanks. And you're in
Okay.
the game.
Well, when you say you have to make a wallet, so when you go and set up an account for the first time at Gala Games, are you going to have to? I,
No, you do not have to make a wallet
it
in
does it
that in
automatically.
no. Like, so you can make an account for Gala Games without making a wallet. You can make the wallet later.
Okay.
But you could make your account, skip making a wallet, download the game, play the game, but you can't earn. And then
So
if
you
you
make a
want to
wallet.
earn, you go make a wallet. Yes.
No, that's
So
that's just a just an option on the site. I mean, it's not like it's anything complicated, right?
no, yeah, no. Just make your seed phrase, normal wallet making steps. So
To come up with a
I
password or something, I think.
yes, you have to do transfer code, and make and get your seed phrase down. But yeah, no, it's super simple, dude. It's open, fully open for everybody. I think I'm super excited. I think the only thing that would make me more excited is if we get this on a more accessible platform. We got Grit on Epic Games. Um,
You thinking
I
like
think,
PlayStation or something,
I
or
mean,
Xbox?
well, like Epic Games would be a perfect spot for spider tanks, like somewhere, some platform for spider tanks that everybody can come and see it, and it's quickly accessible, and we can get the mainstream, because I personally think it's an amazing game. It's super simple, super straightforward. Go load into a match, shoot your tank, blow stuff up. It is a game that could reach the masses in the mainstream.
My understanding with Epic Games is they're not blockchain friendly just yet. However, I know that with another game, I think Superior, they had said that you can play on our platform against people who are doing blockchain stuff, and so I have a feeling it might start out that way.
Yes, Epic Games has been showing that they're friendly, and they're partnered with Grit, which is coming out from Gala as well.
Okay.
So they have extended that arm and shown that they're going to ease it in. And I think from what I'm seeing, they're completely ready to work with crypto, but they do have millions and millions of users that they have to be wary of and be conscious of, and take care of them, and don't make them feel like they're going hostile on them, right? Because right, like
The
it's
game, yeah, the gamer world seems to be a bit hostile on crypto. They think that it's all a
right.
scam, but I'm curious to see what'll happen if you start if Epic Games starts having them play a bunch of people who are making crypto rewards off of this game. How long they're going to sit there and watch other people make money basically while they can't. I'd be interested to see how that works out. I don't know how that one it's going to end up, because you can be you'll be surprised at how angry a group of people can get, and loyal to their way of doing things. First,
I totally agree. I think it's in due time, right? I feel like once
yeah, I think it's really really early. I think new concepts take a while to kind of kind of seep into our collective psyche, and I think it's still early. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before all the games move over. But if you have this set up, by the time everybody moves over, you're already there, and the leaderboard is something that draws them over.
correct, yes. It from what I'm seeing from gamers, they just don't want to get beat by somebody with more money than them. They hate the feeling of pay to win, disgust them. So it's It's more of just a defense mechanism right now where, and honestly, they should have been, because look at all the shitty games that are out. They've all just been shit, and
Well,
all the
yeah,
gamers were right.
you get a game right now in the standard gaming world. You get a game that gives you a few levels, and it's like, hey, this is really good. And then to go any further, to get really interesting, oh, there's some DLC.
Yeah. Right. Right. That's the I think that's the conundrum that they're in, and that they will see that, like, I think Spider Tanks has done it right. I have been overly pleased with the way, because we have all of our guys working on the economic numbers, and seeing the way the game is working, and watching the way the pilot system is working, getting our assets in the drop ships,
Well, let's talk
doing
about that because I don't think that I adequately introduced that. So when you go play Spider Tanks for the first time and you don't have a tank, I was setting up for DLC because it would seem that a gamer might say, well, you have to buy tanks in the game. But if you get in the game for the first time, you can go in and effectively pilot some other person's tank for free, right? And earn on it for free.
correct. In fact, I have an ancient tank out there right now that gets used all day. That
And that's
people
why you need the wallet is so that the money that you earn can go somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm serious. This game it's beautiful. You log in, you go to your garage, you click pilot, you go start a get match, and based on your elo, which is your skill level, you get thrown into a match, and you get paired with a random tank, and you can do that all day, and you can earn 50% of the profit, just like the captain does. And so, what this game is about to do, really good gamers are about to figure out that they can come on and they can just play all day and dominate, and they can be earning just as much as people with tanks.
So
So
okay, you don't need to spend a dime then to get this. Is what you're saying?
complete, literally correct. If you are really good, like I am in matches all day with multiple people who do not own a single tank, and I'm just watching them play really well and earn money and earn silk throughout all their matches.
Okay, in that sense, actually, you don't even need to place any leaderboard. You wouldn't care if you're in a leaderboard if you're earning money every day just by fighting people with your tanks. I mean, it's. I remember as a kid, I used to play Asteroids and Pac-Man all day. And maybe I'm dating myself, but oh my God, if I could have gotten anything, a penny for each game that I played, Jesus Christ.
That's exact that and that is what. So gamers, the mainstream gamers right now, they had their defense mechanisms are up, right? We got loot boxes came out, or loot crates came out. They were just microtransactions, pay to win, all these different gaming models came out, and they've just gotten weathered. It's like they've been. I'm one of them. I was
Well,
be
this loot
we
crate thing is crazy too. So in a regular game, basically, you instead of just saying, "Well, I need, I'm playing a game, I need to buy more arrows or more bullets," the only thing you could do is just buy this package of stuff that may contain what you're looking for, and it's like you've got to, but they give you a way to grind if you don't do it. I don't know, maybe you can go farm some sheep or something to get enough money to buy more loot crates. But it's crazy. It seems like you can't just get what you need in these games in order to play. You have to play all sorts of game mechanics that aren't very fun in order to get to the fun stuff.
exactly, and that's where that is what gamers have been weathered. So they had they see this NFT model, they see the price tag on these NFTs, and they're like, "Fuck that! There's no way I'm about to do that." Oh,
Okay,
I just had to deal with microtransactions in this last game, and now I have these people want me to buy all these NFTs. But what they don't know is that nobody's asked. You don't have to buy the NFTs, and when it clicks for them, that these assets are just like normal life, where you where people own these things and then you use them, right? These games are bringing real life mechanisms into these gaming worlds, and it's going to open it up, and it's going to put much more money is going to flow into these ecosystems because people realize it, that the laws of nature apply in these games.
Okay, to that end, how have you guys been doing on spider tanks?
We have been crushing it. We have been crushing it. It's
Are
been
there many other teams out there or players guilds out there right now besides your own?
yes. One of the in South Korea they have a major guild called King. Koreans in Gaming is what it stands for. Um, we've talked to them a little bit. They're awesome. They have a lot of ancients. They're doing a lot of good stuff. Um, BTB's in there. GGG has a team. AKS is a South Korean team, I believe. There's Thailand teams.
Are you
I
going to
mean, a
be
lot.
is are your leaderboards going to be keeping track of all these different people or these
That
different
is
groups?
eventually, yes. But that's where the MEL gets beautiful, right? Is the MEL allows these teams to band together, and we want each major guild to be able to have a spot in the MEL and
MEL,
have a
what's that again?
MEL is MOF Esports League. MEL.
Would that be something that you might pay to be a member of or donate some of your rewards to, or how does that work?
I can't talk a ton about it, but it'll essentially similar to the MLB, right? Think of the MLB, Major League Baseball, has all their major teams, the Houston Astros, Atlanta Braves, Seattle Mariners, all them competing for a prize, right? And we will essentially become the institution that is providing the arenas to battle in spider tanks. So we would bring in teams, and each team would have a team, or each guild would have a team within the email. Is essentially what we want. We're building.
Okay, so are you envisioning? Okay, so there's the leaderboard that would be kept track of in Spider Tanks or EVIO or whatever. Are you guys envisioning like a season to where you play multiple games in order to establish some sort of dominance or whatever? How would that work?
Yes. So the leaderboard is separate from the MEL. The leaderboard is just the fun MOF app to go on and keep track of your gameplay, watch yourself climb the leaderboard, right? Play, have fun, grind, earn prizes, right? We'll have some RNG in there and fun activities to do, interactive, riddles, scavenger hunts, like just fun stuff to do on it. That is for everybody. So that'll be anybody can go on there. Completely neutral, open. No favoritism. Then the MEL is where you get to watch the pros play. You can we want each guild has a team. Yes, we'll have seasons 100%, and you get to see who the right you'll get to watch your team battle against other teams all season, and then we have the World Series equivalent of whatever for spider tanks.
Okay, I'm now I'm envisioning things like baseball cards, gamer cards, where it keeps track of people's stats and maybe actually has some functionality somewhere as well.
Well, and trust me, the sky's the limit. We have there's just so much to go, so many different things we can do, so many fun things we can do, so many different NFT ideas, ways to just bring emotion into this game. We want to create a atmosphere for people to get behind their team, right? So that's we love these guilds. We're not I don't want to compete with these guilds. They're beautiful, and they're like your little niche you get to go to. So instead of taking away from these guilds, we're actually empowering them by giving them a spot to have a team to get behind. So you know King can have a team in the MEL, and they have a massive group of people that can get behind their team, and they get to root for it. It builds this camaraderie around it, and that's what we want. These games need that emotion in there.
Okay. Um, So the next thing I wanted to get into was EVIO. You'd mentioned that a couple times. Can you explain what that is? I'm not I don't think I have a good burn down of what that might be.
Yeah, so EVIO, and you can type it in right now in your browser, ev.io, and within 3 seconds you can be playing the game. And all it is an FPS shooter. It's just a normal FPS shooter. It's Halo Infinity-ish type style, and it's just you just go in and you shoot and have fun and you jump around and play team deathmatch and a bunch of different game modes and battle. And in that, you earn E, which is their database token, and you can turn in E for Solana. So it's on the Solana network. But it's a basic FPS game. We have a leaderboard that that literally keeps track of all of your gameplay. And
Is this leaderboard part of EVIO or is it part of your own website?
MOF leaderboard, the MOF leaderboard.io.
I'll put some
The
links.
MAF.
I'll put some links in
Yes.
the description after this.
Yes, I'll send it to you as well. Yes. So the MOF leaderboard.io has EVIO leaderboard active, or it'll be active soon. We took a maintenance break. But after that, we'll have different tabs for all of our different games as we develop that over time.
Okay, and so that's like a first-person shooter game, right?
Yes, yes.
Are there any other games that you're looking to get into besides Gala Games and EVE.io? Are there other ways that you can do things that, because those are two crypto-based games? Are there other ways that you can work with non-crypto games?
100%. We would love to go down that route when it's worth it and it's there. We have a lot of these assets in these games, so we've been tending to go towards the games we are invested in and care about and love. Like we've been in spider tanks forever and we've developed in that community. And really, we want to build in games that we actually love ourselves and not go for just money. Because yes, we could go and build one for Fortnite, and we could go build one for Call of Duty and stuff, but our hearts aren't in it yet for that stuff. But what's beautiful about the MOF is that we have systems to bring in people who do love stuff. So like I'm not in, say, Illuvium very heavily, and I don't spend that much time, but we do have people that do love Illuvium, and we've created an ecosystem where they can come in and grow them off in Illuvium. And so yes, one day we could totally have people in Fortnite and Apex Legends and these big games that people love.
They could probably compete for rewards or NFTs for other games too. That would make some sense. Um, is this venture funded by your game playing?
Yes, yes, yes. That and all internal investments and stuff. So yeah,
That's awesome. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So let's see. I think we've gone over a lot of different things here. I think it's every time I hear about this leaderboard that you're putting together, I keep thinking that there's not enough information, or that I'm not hearing enough information on it. But I know that this leaderboard on the mof.io is not live yet. Correct?
Yes. So it has been live, and it's probably up right now. Let me see.
Oh, it actually is live. Okay, I would share my screen actually, but I just switched out my broadcasting software, and I don't want to screw things up at the moment.
Yes, the leaderboard that's up right now, it's like frozen, we'll say. Like what you're seeing is the results from the week before.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so it's not, but that is what it looks like, and you can see your challenges and your stats and abilities used and how many kills and weapons used and all a bunch of different bunch of different achievements in the
Is
game, and
this
you
is this done manually, or are you somehow hooked into these games to get this information?
yeah. So this one for EVI or EV.io, you use a script. We have a script. We use Tamper Monkey, just like a lot of people use in Townstar. We have a basic. It's very simple, and we have instructions on there how to use it. Now that being said, that system we use for that game for every game could be a little different because each game.
That's what it sounds like. You said it could work out for these other games, but it sounds like you'd have to support these other games to make sure that you get the right data.
Correct. It's intricate with all these different games because we had to work with the development teams, and each game has different systems that are in place, and getting AP. The game companies have to create API for us to get it. So once they're able to create API and then they are actually distributing it publicly, then we can play around with it. But we also have ways to do it without it. We just like to. We're just taking our time. The reason you haven't seen a bunch of data is because we've learned from other people's mistakes, right? Under promise, over deliver. We don't want to promise anything until we can't fully deliver on it.
Well, the whole concept is just absolutely awesome. I can't even think of the number of different permutations or the directions that this could go. So that's really stoking me. I know I don't sound like Titan when Titan goes over the top, but I'm I'm a little bit more laid back. I really like the opportunities I think uh, that this could present to really grow the system, just the whole gaming arena.
I mean, that's what honestly we like me and the other co-founder Deadly. We have worked at we played games together since we were kids, and really that's how we've grown our relationship. And we've seen the world, or we've seen the gaming world in a special way together, and we really just we love it. We want to put value back in how we think it should be done, and we really just want to grow the games that we love. That's what the leaderboard's about. The leaderboard is just there to add another layer. It's just that it's the cherry on top that makes gaming worth it, right? You just have your another tab open while you're playing, and you get to watch your numbers go up and track your data. And we're making systems that we never had in these games. Like, could you imagine if you're playing Galaga or Pac-Man or one of those games, and you had an interactive leaderboard that could show, like, say Pac-Man. It's like you get special achievements and rewards for how many pink guys you eat
Well,
or
you
kill, like
do
random stuff.
you do get those in the games now. They've certainly dialed into that, but what I haven't seen is something that all of them hook into to really kind of brag to the world what you can do.
Correct. Okay. Exactly.
It
Exactly.
there's I think there's the new Pac-Man. There's a new Pac-Man out there I know that I've been playing, where you get all sorts of these rewards, and you can see them in that system, but they're not monetary rewards. They're just kind of like cred, and they're but only the other Pac-Man players can see it. I'd really like to see that stuff outside of that game, or have.
Right. I think that's honestly that was a perfect that was a perfect point. That's what I meant was like really the overall system that we're wanting to create is a player profile system through the leaderboard that allows you to grow your player profile over time and see your progress of your gaming career throughout all your games that you love,
Well, this sounds
right?
like then now we're sounding more like Uber, which is a multi-billion-dollar concept. I mean, if you can start getting everybody involved
Yeah.
and onto your system, that would be awesome. And I think you have plenty of time to build this because right now we're in a bear market, and you know people are kind of wary of crypto right now. And I think by the time it rolls back around, you'll have a juggernaut ready to go.
Yeah, honestly, pressure makes diamonds, and we were as much as the bear market has sucked, I feel like it was a blessing for us to help us mature and show us our weaknesses and flaws, and really expose us on our own shortcomings so that we can learn from them and grow and allow us to have that time as well, because everybody else is going through it too. So it's given us the time to just chisel down and become the best version of ourselves.
So it's not like you guys are at the point where you're going to be insolvent because of the bear market, huh?
No, we're not.
Seems
We've
to be
done
going around
a
lately.
little bit better than FTX.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bit more confident. Luckily we didn't take millions upon millions of dollars from anybody. So we've only spent money. Luckily, we haven't taken anybody's money. It's hilarious that this all this shit's happening because everybody's been saying this shit for the whole time. It's don't. It all gets messed up when you take money from people, man.
Well,
You got to be careful.
FTX is kind of interesting because they actually went to Congress and said all the right things.
I know.
Transparency, doing this right, and you've got to be well regulated. And it turns out that they were just a bunch of frat boys just throwing shit together.
I know. Everybody painted him to be a genius and all this stuff, and he was just a goof that messed up. I just, yeah, it's baffling. It's baffling. It's crazy. It's actually insane that on God, I never even opened the FBX app, never downloaded it, never looked at it. I don't know. I think there was just this like subconscious thing I had in me that I didn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Well, let's see. It's outside of the United States. I think I might have created an account at FTX US, but I never wound up trading with it. And that actually brings some good points. There is, well, now that I have an account there, I have some private information there that could possibly get out if they got hacked or something like that. I think this really spells bad things for centralized centralized exchanges. Um, that reminds me about your stuff. Is there any blockchain aspect to what you guys are working on?
There will 100% be. We really want to take our time with that and give people val something amazing that is special to be a part of. And
Well, you guys are planning to give out rewards, right? Or do you have
yes. So
anything regarding rewards on the blockchain?
we actually did. We have trophies out from the EVIO. Uh, there's the MOF collection on OpenSea. And
Oh, so OpenSea, so they're NFTs then.
yes, we have trophy NFTs out that people have that people won for the first 3 weeks. The leaderboard was live and competing in EVIO. And those trophies will in turn have value later on within our ecosystem. They could provide bonuses in certain places. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. These NFTs will uh, be interactive within our community eventually.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's
Which,
not, you might not want to sell your trophy to someone else.
yeah, no, yeah, you got to be careful. But that's what's awesome is, I've loved the model of each one of these, all these games and all these NFTs. That you're just seeing the same business tactics, with you being used in a different technology through the blockchain, right? And I personally love the model of giving tons of NFTs out and then driving value into them later, right? As in, nobody's paying for these NFTs. They're gonna be having fun. They're gonna be playing, and it's just you know just fun prizes to win throughout. And then they have value later, and then the ecosystem grows, and you can keep these values get more value, or these NFTs get more valuable over time, and you're like, next thing you know, you're locked in. You're like, holy shit, I got a trophy that I won that gives me extra XP for kills. Oh, like a bunch of different stuff that can be done.
Well, I certainly like the idea that if you earn something, that it counts for something in the world. So if with your leaderboards, if I earned a trophy, that means something, and it's going to make it so that I'm going to want to hold on to it rather than just give it away or sell it or something like that. I want to be proud of it. I have a Moth token.
Exactly. And so it's a freaking trophy. It's awesome. You won it. That's not a participation trophy. That's you because you're a badass and you won a tournament and you dominated your opponent and you won. You get something that's dope and awesome. And that's how we roll. We're taking the time. We only want badass premium stuff out there and we want to make people earn it. It's just, we're trying to follow just a moral code of how the world should work, how we see in our little, version of the world. We want people to earn things and earn things with their skills and their hard work and dedication. We don't, we're not particularly making an ecosystem where somebody can come in and just buy everything. No, you're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to earn it. You have to work for it.
Are you going to have an upgrade path, or to put it in Major League Baseball terms, like a AA, AAA kind of thing?
In a sense, yes, we're still working on the actual specifics of that, but yeah, 100%. Because there's only going to be so many people in the MEL, right? But we're going to have a ton of lending opportunities, and we're wanting to create an ecosystem where asset holders can come in and find really good players, and that's where the leaderboard and player profile system comes in. And essentially, the leaderboard and player profile system is where players get to show off how good they are and vie for the attention of asset holders, and then they can work with asset holders for certain NFTs. And so that'll be separate from the MEL, and that will be where different tiers of NFTs can be lended out.
That's awesome. It's great to hear about all these plans. And I think unless there's anything else to reveal, I think we've covered quite a lot here. And this was meant to be a little bit of a short one today. We're going to be having another Faz Radio later on today with Titan as well. But I very, very much appreciate you coming by. I know that I've been trying to get you on for a while, and you've been very busy working on this very thing. So I'm glad that you took the time, or were able to take the time to talk with us.
Yeah, dude. No, hey, I really enjoyed that. It's fun getting the word out there and showing people the vision of what we're creating. And I mean, we're super excited about it, and we just want it to be fun and bring people in and give people a reason to have fun in these games because we love them.
Well, we'd definitely like to check up on you as things go further, and I know I wanted to give Titan a chance to get his 2 cents in later as well. So hopefully we can talk again.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it in a couple months and see where we're at then. I mean, we should be having a bunch of stuff out by then, and it'll be a really fun talk.
All right, great. Well, thank you very, very much for coming by, and I'm gonna cut this one off.
100%.
All right. Bye-bye.